we gotta get married. We gotta get married. We gotta get married before you get locked up, because I'm not doing a jail wedding. So we just gonna have to get married, and he just gonna have to deal with that. Hey guys, it's Miyoshi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry that I didn't post yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday. I was supposed to post Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then post again on Sunday because I'm off on Sunday. But I just was so tired this week. Like, I've really been working a lot and trying to figure out how I'm gonna balance everything out. So I just really take any amount of free time that I can get. So today I had to work, but I came home, I did my makeup because I was looking real, like, just tired, everything. Yeah. And I also wanted to tell you guys a story. I don't know why, like, I just thought of it, but it's actually a really interesting story, and I kind of forgot that it happened to me. Like, that happens to me sometimes. Like, have you ever, like, had so many things happen to you in your life, or just it just be so, like, active that you forget about certain things that happen to you? Yeah. So this is about the time that my boyfriend got locked up on me. He got locked up on me, okay? And I was heated. I was so mad. And it was just like, that was like the cherry on top. Like, so this happened about when I was like 18 or 19 years old. And I had this boyfriend. He was my boyfriend for a little bit. Like, we was probably like a year in at this point. Like, dating, all that. And at this point in our relationship, like, we had hit like a rough patch, so we just kept arguing. Like, we would argue all the time. I was always arguing. I was always complaining about something. Like, looking back, like, I was just whining. Like, I was just being such a brat. But it was because, like, we had, I don't know, like, we just had some distance, like, some space. Like, it wasn't a long distance relationship, but when you in New York and you live in two different boroughs, that shit is long distance. Like, I don't care what anybody says, that's a long distance relationship, because you have to invest in transportation. And people think like, oh, the city is so small. No, like, at the end of the day, you could really spend 1 to 2 hours on the train. Like, easy, you could really spend that long on the train. And depending on where you going, like, yeah, when I was dating him, I really used to take the train from where I live in Manhattan all the way, what was it? East New York. East New York. Now, if you know anything about New York, the boroughs, East New York is in Brooklyn. And that's far. That's like all the way towards like the docks and all that weird stuff, I think, is over there. So yeah, that's far. That was like a calm hour and 15 I would spend on a train just going to see him. So that's a 3-hour commute to see your boyfriend. Like, that's commitment. That's long distance. I don't care what anyone says. You spending 3 hours, that's long distance. So we just like really wasn't seeing each other like as often. And I was in school. I was taking classes at my CUNY school, and I think he was just working at the time, something like that. And like, we just decided like one day, like, all right, well, we both got time, I'm gonna come see you, like, let's link or whatever. So we used to, like, I don't know, I was young, like, we used to like hang out in like Soho and stuff like that. I don't know why, but that's really where we used to go. Like, that's where we would be almost all the time. Like, all of our dates was like down there, or like downtown, period. I don't know, it's just weird young stuff. So we used to like just meet up there. Cool. So I was coming from class, and I just decided to go home because he wanted to meet a little later. And at this time, I'm sorry if you guys hear my AC, but it's so hot in my room. They put the heat on, and it's so hot. Like, if I turn it off, I'm gonna literally melt. So yeah, please, I'm sorry. So I was deciding to, what was I saying, go home, and then meet up with him later. At this time in the city, or no, just in general, at this time in the country, like, they was doing a lot of the marches, like the Black Lives Matter marches, and they were doing one that day down there. So I knew that he was going, and, you know, I supported him. I'm like, you know, if that's something that you want to do and you feel like that's how you're gonna, you know, show your support, I support your decision. And, you know, be safe, you know, don't appear to be doing nothing extra, you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta be a little cautious when you're black person. Just, you know, being black in America, living while black, dropping while black, all that. You know, you gotta be careful. So, you know, I expressed that to him. So he went. So I come from home to go back downtown to meet him, and we're in communication the entire time. Like, we're texting. I'm letting him know I'm on my way, all that stuff. And, you know, he's responding. Like, it's not like he's taking forever to respond, nothing like that. So I get downtown, and I go to meet him now, called Union Square. So in Union Square, there's like a big park. He wanted me to meet him by the park. So I go to meet him in our usual like little spot by the park, where the benches and stuff is at. And I'm like calling him, because I'm walking from the train. So I'm not about to just be walking over there, walking around in circles. I don't like doing stuff like that. Like, that to me is like super embarrassing. If I'm meeting somebody, like 9 times out of 10, no, actually 10 times out of 10, I'm calling you while I'm walking over to meet you wherever I have to meet you at. Like, no, I'm not about to sit here and look lost in the sauce. No, you bugging out. So I'm calling him, but I'm still walking, and he's not answering the phone. So I'm like, all right, texting him, because now I'm getting mad. I'm already probably mad. I think I was mad at him for whatever. Like, we was just arguing a lot. So it could have been anything. Like, so any little thing that he did, like, would trigger me. So now I'm triggered. I'm super triggered. He's not answering the phone. He's not texting back. I'm going off, blowing his shit up, like going crazy. When I tell you I was blowing it up, like, I was like, nah, now you're really ODing. How you gonna have me come downtown? You're not gonna answer the phone. Like, I just hope you know that it's over right now. Like, do not text me back. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm getting on the train. I got on the train. No, I'm not even gonna lie. I did wait like a good 10-15 minutes, but that 10-15 minutes felt like 2 hours. I hate waiting for people. I am so impatient. Like, and people will tell me like, oh my God, you're so patient. You're so patient. That is such like a repressing thing that I do. Like, it's just, that's probably one of my toxic traits. I repress it like no other. Like, I just push it all down. So when I'm like, it's not that I'm patient, it's that I just really learned how to control my impatience, if that makes any sense. Like, because at the end of the day, I don't enjoy like waiting for you or being patient, but I've just learned how to control the way I behave when it comes with that. Like, because when I'm like being impatient and I'm experiencing that, I get very aggravated, I get very testy, very moody, like I'm very tense, like. So I just learned to control those behaviors and just focus on like being more problem solving, because at the end of the day, I do like to problem solve. So I'm just like focusing on that and like the good aspects. So yeah, I don't know, I just mastered like self-control when it comes to that. So I was trying to hold it down, but like my skin is itching. Like, I just want to leave. Like, I don't want to stand there. I don't want to wait. I just hate it. Like, thinking about it now, it just gave me mad. So yeah, so I leave. And I go home. Whole time, I swear, I'm still violating him, blowing up his phone, calling. I do not hear from this young man. I go to sleep, and then I'm like, nah, I can't sleep. Like, for some reason, like, I just really couldn't sleep. So I just kept blowing up his phone, kept calling him. I had his mom's number and stuff like that, but I'm not one of those girlfriends. Like, I'm not gonna call your mom unless I'm like worried. Like, at this point, I'm just mad because I feel like you just being dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm sincerely worried. Like, I just feel like he was just being an asshole. So, but it's also like that was out of his character as well. But we were also not in a good place, so I wasn't thinking like, you know, something had happened. But I was just like, just mad, like overall. I was just mad. So the next morning when I wake up, I get like some messages, and I have an iPhone. So when something comes up as a text message, I feel suspicious of it. So I seen that he texted me, but it came up showing like text message instead of saying iMessage. So I'm looking and I'm like, what's these green bubbles? Like, what happened? So he tells me that while he was at the march, he says that he was only there for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I could be lying, but he wasn't there for that long. because it was like an hour-long thing. Like those events was really planned out. So yeah, like you're marching obviously through the city, so it's gonna take some time. So he was only there for a little bit, and the way that the city had it set up was they had police stationed around the edges. He happened to be in the front lines. I don't know who he thought he was. He was on the front lines screaming in the cop's face. Blacking on him. Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Like I said, I'm all for the support, but I did tell him, don't get out of character. Like, that's not really his character. He's really usually super calm, nonchalant, chill. Like, he's not really like one of those boys that was like hyped up and aggressive like that. So I don't know why he was doing that. Maybe he was feeling the energy and all the people. I don't know. He caught the Holy Ghost. I have no idea. But he definitely was wilding on the cop. And the cop just took him in and booked him. And he got booked around the same time that I was meeting him. So like I literally missed him by like maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Well, however long I was on the train is how long I missed him by. So when I found that out, I was even more mad. Cause I'm like, how you get your ass arrested? You was supposed to be down there waiting for me. Like, you was not supposed to be doing nothing extra. Like, what was you doing? Baby, like, please work with me. Like, we already going through some shit and you gonna go around and get arrested. Not hearing from you. I'm wilding on you. Now, granted, he never mentioned anything about, like, the things I was saying because I was really going off. But at that time, me going off was, like, a regular thing. So, it's like, if I didn't go off, he would be like, why she not spazzing on me right now? So, like, I was just so mad. I don't think I ever got over that. Like, at that point in our relationship, like, I really felt like you are just, like, so, like, I was so mad because I felt like that was, like, the dumbest thing ever. Like, you really got arrested. Out of all the people there, you had to get arrested. You. He had to go to court, everything. I think, you know, it was like, they like let it go because it was so stupid. Like, he didn't really do anything. So, they got him for that because, you know, there's a lot of that going on right now. But I was so mad because I'm like, you were supposed to go there and just, you know, it was supposed to be like a peaceful protest. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be like something real wild and, you know, rowdy, like some of the other states. Because usually, like, there's always marches in New York. Like, that's like one thing. There's always marches. There's always protests. So usually, like, the city just, you know, they just let them be. Like, you know, they don't really lock down on them. But I don't know. They was just, I don't know. I think I have a mosquito bite. They was just on them that day. But yeah, that was the time my boyfriend got locked up on me. And honestly, looking back, that's kind of like some real cute, like, MLK, Coretta Scott, you know, type of thing. Except in, like, the 21st century and with social media and, you know, all that toxic energy in the air. I was tight. I was really mad. Looking back, I am proud of him because it's like, that was like you really did take a stand and, you know, you took, you know, whatever they gave to you as far as, like, you know, getting arrested and shit like that. But, whew, that was crazy. Yep, he got locked up. Good thing he had this time because I'd have been, that would have took me out. I'd have had to go. I'm a ride or die, but, like, I do have limitations because I have standards and there's certain things that I'm just not gonna rock with. And, like, I mean, a nonviolent crime, you know, he probably would have did, like, he probably would have walked anyway. But still, like, if he had to do, like, some real hard time, we gotta get married. We gotta get married. We gotta get married before you get locked up because I'm not doing a jail wedding. So we just gonna have to get married. And he just gonna have to deal with that. It is what it is. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed story time today. I am gonna record another video because, like I said, my work schedule has been kicking my ass. And yeah, I definitely want to kind of, you know, I definitely want to keep my promise. Not kind of, I definitely want to keep my promise and, you know, make sure that I do post 4 times a week. Like I said, I'm off Sundays, so hopefully you guys get a vlog. And, you know, I want to do something fun because I haven't been doing nothing fun lately. I mean, I do fun stuff, but, like, nothing like fun that I could record and, like, make it entertaining for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, you know the vibes, and